Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the RWT podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, joined as always by Daniel Crimmins and the dead man of RWT, Mr. Paul Morales. And folks, we have a lot to discuss this week when it comes to the world of professional wrestling. Lots been going on, lots going down. We have Saturday night's main event this Saturday night, and well, we have some topics to discuss. And I will start with it first off, as we now do on the show. We have 3 topics each. For my side, I figured we'd touch this because I know you guys love this woman, as do we all. This week on Raw, we had Becky Lynch against Maxine Dupree, one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship in Belfast. Maxine hits the spin kick, and then Natalya puts Becky's foot on the rope. Becky hits the manhandle slam, and Natalya beats the bejesus out of Maxine Dupree. The heel turn is here. We now have Maxine versus Natalya, teacher versus student. And I'm going to say this right now. Have Natty be the Natty that we see in GCW, AAA, NWA. Have her change her gear completely. Give us that Natty back. Paul, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on the Natty heel turn on Maxine Dupree.
You knew it was coming. You knew that it was there. It was just a matter of time and when they would pull the trigger. I would have thought they would have waited at least until Maxine had the title, other than beside, not when she was going after the title, because I think the heel turn would have been better had maybe she costed her the title, or aside from costing her the chance to win the title. At least it would have been made more sense to me, at least. But we got what we got, and I'm glad. I'm finally glad we can finally get that low-key legend killer, whatever the hell you want to call her. I mean, she's still natty fucking Neidhart. So, DC, what you think?
Well, fine. I think we're all happy with the heel turn. It's one of those things like it's coming, but it's like when you go out to a restaurant and you order your food and you're waiting, you're just like, okay, and you say it's coming, and you're really fucking hungry. But I think I thought it was weird them help this finish, putting Becky's foot on the rope, because if y'all remember, wasn't too long ago that Natty and Becky were beefing.
Yep.
So I think it would have made more sense to have her turn when Maxine had the title. Yeah. The thought that I was kind of mulling in the noggin up here was maybe Natty is going for the sharpshooter. Maxine pulls her in, gets a small package win, and retains. Then then Natty kind of turns. Doing it that way.
I think to go on to your point, I think this could be a great spotlight match for Maxine against Natty at WrestleMania. And I think the direction that they're going with Becky is I think you got to do her and AJ Lee for the women's title there.
Yeah,
but I don't see AJ Lee beating her. I would have Becky finally beat her, which it doesn't hurt AJ Lee at all because since she's on a part-time basis. What do you think, Paul? Maxine and Natty at WrestleMania and Becky against AJ Lee?
I don't mind it and I don't dislike it, but when are we going to create new stars? I grew up that the Intercontinental and even the United States title in the NWA and WCW, it was always a propeller for the next stars, And granted, Becky is a star. We already know she's a star, but why can't she be in that main title picture? You know, why can't she be wrestling Stephanie Becerra? I mean, no offense to Raquel, because I am so ready for Raquel to win that title. I am so wanting it, because as much as it'll pain Liv to watch her win the title that she didn't lose, you know, it could drive a little bit of a wedge, you know, in the Judgment Day. I think Becky needs to be elevated into that upper echelon of, you know, main eventers in WWE, and let Lyra finally have her shine with that title again. Somebody who, I mean, that's she hasn't had yet. I mean, give it to Bayley. Bayley's can elevate anybody.
Yeah,
you guys know that as well as anybody that's watching. I mean, we know that.
Well, they did that tight little hug on Bayley and Lyra talking about the Rumble in 2026, and you saw that look on her face. You guys sense a Lyra heel turn and she turns on Bayley?
I'd like to see it that way. But, you know, going back to, you know, what Paul's talking about with when they're going to create new stars, so it was reported that NXT call-ups may not be done. Like, they're talking Lola Vice, you know, might be coming up. What you could do, you know, you could have her, you know, pull off the upset and beat Becky her first night. There's talk of what am I drawing? Sol Ruka as well. Maybe have her do it. But I mean, I'll say on Sol Ruka, I think her destiny is a heel turn.
After tonight on NXT with the TNA Knockouts tag titles, I think we're definitely getting that. I think we're definitely going to be getting that soon. Either way, I think Sol Ruka and Zarya is definitely the way to go.
Yeah,
doesn't hurt either girl.
I mean, if she was on Raw, I would say have Jordan Grace do it, but she's SmackDown.
And I mean, Jordan and Jade is going to be a banger when that does happen in itself.
Oh, yeah. Needs to. You know,
I would, I mean, as the one thing that we pointed out that was pointed out on that Jordan pointed out, that she's had the title for now almost 80 days. And guess what? She hasn't defended it once.
But she has, though.
Did she? Was it? Which one was it? Who did she beat?
Meechin.
Yeah.
B-Fab.
Yeah.
And I feel like she defended against Zelina, which maybe she didn't. You know, people put that in the comments letting us know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know B-Fab and Meechin, but yeah,
maybe this is some Mandela effect bullshit where it's like, I remember it happening, but it didn't actually happen, but it did.
No, I think it was Chelsea. No, not Chelsea. Was it Chelsea Green?
Or maybe it was a non-title match.
Yeah, it was 2 non-title matches with B-Fab and Meechin.
Okay, then that was it. Because I don't remember her defending it. I mean, since she's had it, and that was what
they're trying. Yeah. They're trying to turn Jade into what she was in AEW.
Yep.
Which you can do that, but number one, she's still lacking in the promos. You know, she still needs something there. Give her a manager. Give her a Robert Stone.
I mean, you gave Julia a mouthpiece with
Kiana.
Yeah, with Kiana James.
You know what you could do? You know who honestly is available? You've got Armando Estrada under a Legends deal.
Armando Alejandro Estrada.
You know, there. Who was it that was Penta's manager in AEW?
Alex Abrahantes.
He's no longer with AEW.
Hey.
Do something with him. You know, you've got people that could do it. You know, if you want to continue the female route, you know, you could bring in a legend and, you know, kind of give her that legend rub. Jacqueline
would work. Her Jazz is another one that definitely sticks out.
Exactly. Like,
here's then they're going to make her another legend killer. Look, I can say this much. If we go back to the time that Jade held the TBS title in AEW, She went all those undefeated. She pretty much did like an undefeated streak.
She was Jadeberg.
Jadeberg.
But I do remember her defending that TBS title more times in 80 days than she has this title being the women's world title. And I could pretty much say, aside from why does it feel like all the women's world titles, all the women's titles, I don't want to just say world titles, I want to say all the women's titles feel like they're kind of stagnant. It's like they don't know, Triple H doesn't know what to do with them.
Well, if you see Unreal, Road Dogg had no idea what to do with Chelsea Green, and now that afterwards they had no idea.
But that would be somebody I would like to elevate up to be a main eventer because, yes, she is a character in itself.
Yeah,
but
Chelsea's
my
right.
God, what would that be like to have that woman be a world champion?
They talked, if you remember, they mentioned it on Unreal last season about having, it comes down to the number 30 entrant in the women's rumble. You have 2 in the ring. They eliminate themselves. They get eliminated before number 30 enters.
And it's Chelsea Green.
Now, there aren't really any female talents that could pull that off and make it work. But for Chelsea Green, like, I would hate, normally if you had told me that idea, and at first I thought it was so preposterous, but even now that I think about it, I'm like, for Chelsea, that could actually work.
It's weird because next week when we do our predictions for the Royal Rumble, I want 5 guys and 5 women who you think, and I want a main story for them.
And you're not talking 5 guys, burgers, and fries.
No, not 5 guys, burgers, and fries. Although they are very good, I must admit.
Very expensive though, but they're worth.
They're expensive, and I can make 5 guys at home. I can make them burgers at home on the grill.
Yep.
Relax. I know what I said.
Giggity.
Speaking of giggity, I will tell you this. A lot of people got very, very excited, giggity, when they saw the main event, as my next topic is the main event of Raw, was CM Punk against Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor coming out to Balor Country, his old theme song, which was great to see him do the pose and everything, which was fantastic. Thank you, Paul. This match from top to bottom was such.
Go back?
Yep,
was such. Put it back. Sorry, my bad.
Was such an amazing main event. CM Punk gets the win at the end with the GTS. It could have gone either way. This is the best showing that we've seen Finn Balor have. I am ready for him to get away from the Judgment Day. We saw CM Punk hug him and raise his hand. Finn Balor looked back at him. If this is not an instance, or if this is not an inkling of where we could go with Finn Balor's future away from the Judgment Day, I don't know what it is, but I really did enjoy this main event. And Dan, I'll start with you on this one. Punk and Finn Balor.
Mike, I gotta agree with you 110%. Like, I think that last night was really one of the first times I'd watched any significant amount of Raw in a long time. I would read the results. I would catch clips on YouTube. But watching that main event, holy shit, that was good. It
was amazing.
That was an amazing main event. And the way that they were doing it, like that the music kept playing, and did you notice like the camera kept kind of like panning back?
Yep.
Like I kept thinking like, oh, okay. Either Balor's gonna, pull a swerve and go after Punk, but I thought no. And I thought, well, maybe Dominic is okay. Maybe they're gonna have him come out. I thought something, but then it's just like, oh. And then to have Balor look back at him in the crowd, there were reports a while ago that Balor was going to be in for a huge face turn push this year.
Mm-hmm.
It would take work, but you could reestablish him as a main eventer easily.
Very much so.
I think the argument could be made to maybe have him win Money in the Bank.
That would be actually very cool. Never done it before in his career. I'd go for it.
But I thought it was a great main event, and you could what I love about matches are when you go in, you're thinking like there's no way Punk's losing to Finn. You're like, it's just not gonna happen. But I personally love the matches where you're at points are thinking, wait, they might actually do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I expected maybe Braun Breaker was gonna interfere. So I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see where this goes. Paul, you earlier mentioned the whole thing with Raquel and Liv. There are reports that Stephanie Vaquer is legitimately injured.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you have Raquel win the women's title and then have her turn on Liv. It shouldn't be the other way around. Because I'm telling you, this Raquel that we got right now is working. This brutal heel works for her.
She's listened to Kevin Nash's advice and she ran with it.
Like, we have not really had anybody like her.
Mm-mm.
The tall, the muscular. There haven't been a lot of women like her.
They're kind of translating what she did in NXT when she was the NXT Women's Champion, and they're kind of tuning into that really with what they're doing with Raw, but just elevated more with the volume turned up.
Exactly. And I do think it is going to eventually lead to her winning the title and turning on Liv. And, having her and Roxanne, because honestly, at this point, Roxanne and Raquel, to me, works better. And, you talk about getting Finn out of the Judgment Day. What if we turn Judgment Day into an all-women's stable?
That'd be sweet.
I don't think we've ever had anything like that.
No, and if you actually do it right, and not just have it for a short period of time.
And not just like a trios team, no.
No, just
an actual bona fide stable.
Now, Paul, I ask, what say you? Your thoughts on Punk and Finn Balor?
Is it just me, or did Finn Balor seem like he was very much back to the old Finn Balor of 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah. I felt like I was watching Finn Balor 2016 all over again.
And it felt like that lead up to when he won the when he was the inaugural Universal Champion.
He beat Roman on the Raw, and then he beat Seth, yeah.
It felt like it was just that one momentum push. And I get it. I get why they had Finn, because, they were going to Belfast. And of course they were going to be in Ireland. And of course him and Becky are Irish. So you wanted to play off of that. So as to wonder why they put Finn Balor in that main event, as opposed to, or be the first one to come up to CM Punk as opposed to anybody else. And I get it. But am I the only one who felt like they should have pulled the fucking trigger?
There was a part of me.
Hold on, let me finish. Am I the only one that thought in my head, why can't you play hot potato, play a little bit of up to the crowd? Play up to those feelings, those emotions, and you could have had that, no pun intended, you could have had that raw emotion from the crowd, and that could have been perfectly fine. And what happens if on Saturday night's main event, or after the show went off, you had the segment, from the backstage, and one of those WWE exclusives backstage? Why couldn't we have CM Punk go back there and say, hey, I want it at Saturday night, I want my rematch at Saturday night's main event? Why not CM Punk win it back?
I like your hot potato thing just because the crowd was there. You wanted it at times in the match, much like you. I felt like, all right, let's have him win this because it's so hot. It's not going to hurt.
there's precedent for that.
Yep.
If you think, well, what year was it? Was it? I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, SummerSlam 1999.
Yeah, when Mankind won and then Triple H beat him.
Exactly. Because they didn't want Austin to lose the title to Triple H. They knew they wanted Triple H. They knew he was going to be the guy. Mm-hmm. But they have Mick Foley pin Austin.
Yep.
And then I believe it was the next night on Raw, or was it Smack? I think it might have been even
next night on Raw. Triple H beat Mankind.
But less than 24 hours later, they've done it before. They did it with Sting.
Yep.
They had him win the WCW title and then drop it to Hogan that same night. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not without precedent. So, or you could even have, start to tease the Punk heel turn.
Yeah.
My thing is that I just it wouldn't have hurt CM Punk. No. And here's how the way I see it. And shout out to one Bully Ray who actually kind of I'm going to tweak his concept. So you want to play a little bit of hot potato, but what it does is it elevates Finn Balor into that main event picture. And it shows that, guess what? He wasn't just Finn Balor Judgment Day. He wasn't just Finn Balor coming out with JD McDonough. He wasn't coming out to help Dom. This was literally Prince Devitt. Mm-hmm. This was literally Finn Balor 2016. That guy. And it would have helped him. And I think putting the belt on him, even if you dropped it back to Punk a couple of days later on Saturday night's main event, wouldn't have hurt. It would not have hurt. Or if you wanted to have CM Punk versus Finn Balor at Royal Rumble, it still would have worked.
I mean, to one,
all I'm saying is that if you think about it, it would have elevated Finn Balor, but it wouldn't have hurt CM Punk, even if he won it back.
I mean, with how hot it was, it kind of reminded me, not even just 2016 as we're reminiscing about it, it reminded me of when he first won the NXT championship against Kevin Owens, at that friggin' Beast in the Middle East thing. When he won that title, and then he's wrestling, Nakamura, he's wrestling Kevin Owens again, he's wrestling Samoa Joe. I felt like I was watching that version of Finn Balor come back to life. And I mean, yeah, you know what I have to say this, when it comes to people coming back to life and coming in, well, this is where I'll put in my third topic of this, because someone who was supposed to come into a promotion was Trey Miguel. We saw on AEW Collision of the Rascals, smoke 'em if you got 'em. It was Zachary Wentz, it was Desmond Xavier, it was Myron Reed. But someone was missing, and we all noticed it was Trey Miguel. Well, this is why we did find out that Trey Miguel got released from AEW, and it was due to the higher-ups, and this was the post that did it. So somebody also screenshotted this. This was from 2019, and it stated that Impact Wrestling's Trey Miguel landed himself in hot water Wednesday after using homophobic language in a non-deleted exchange on Facebook. Miguel, part of the popular Rascal stable, responded to a troll comment from another Facebook user by equating being unattractive with being gay. Obviously, you're gay. Most people as unattractive as you become gay out of fear of rejection from the opposite sex. So you find comfortability and familiarity in the same sex and end up matching someone who's the same as you, gay, because there's no other fucking options. You ugly bitch, yeah, truth's a bitch. Miguel's comments admittedly came in response to a Facebook user who clearly holds his own offensive dispositions regarding the LGBTQ community, whose clear intent was to troll the well-known high flyer about Miguel's language as inexcusable. Miguel issued an apology later Wednesday via Facebook, stated that he isn't anti-LGBTQ+, and that his comments were not right or tasteful. So that was the thing that really got him into hot water when it comes to said situation with AEW. And then he would put out an apology on his Twitter machine. And here's what Trey Miguel had to say. I made a lot of mistakes in my time. I've always apologized and did my best to put a better foot forward after. I don't preach hate. I don't take any pride in being hateful. I'm a man of faith. I believe in forgiveness and only ever preach that. I'm a different man today. So this is what he was saying in addressing what happened in 2019 here now in 2026. Yeah, but WB, much like we've said earlier before we came on the show, very much reminiscent of what Jay Briscoe said 11 years prior before his passing about the LGBTQ community, since apologized and whatnot. So, Paul, I'll start with you on this. Take your thoughts on Trey Miguel getting released, his apology you saw here, the 2019 post. Let it rip. Tell me what you think about the drama.
Tessa Blanchard, please take note.
Yes.
This is how you apologize. Take ownership and responsibility for what you did wrong.
Right.
And then go back and tell the people who you wronged, you apologize and sincerely mean it, and then try not to continue to make those mistakes again. This is Trey Miguel, and I commend the young man for everything that he said and everything that he did, that he took ownership for. Kudos to you, young man. You are a certified G and a bona fide stud.
And you can't teach
that.
You can't teach that.
Bada boom.
Realest guys in the room.
Guy in the room. How you doing?
How you doing?
But I commend him. You know what? At least he said what he said. And again, back to, I take ownership for what I said. I understand and I know, hey, I'm a better person. Again, I'm not somebody I was however many years ago it was. I think it was like, what, 8 years ago?
About 7-8 years ago now, yeah.
About 7-8 years ago? Okay, so you take ownership for what you did. You know, you apologized. You're a better man now. Kudos. Move forward and continue to do what you got to do. I say, young man, go back to TNA.
Yep,
Return back to TNA. Make a name for yourself. You're still young, and you are very much still in that prime of your or early prime of your life, bro. Go over there, do your damn thing, and become a TNA champion. Because I can see him being a TNA champion.
Easily.
There was also that speculation that maybe, like before we found out about the WB thing and the higher up, so to speak, a lot of people were thinking that it was MJF that wanted him gone for the Jewish comments he had with David Starr and the fact that Trey Miguel is formerly with Alicia Toot, which was not the case in this. I say this, everybody's exes work together at different promotions, so I wouldn't see that being a problem. And David Starr has even come out and said, like, we had a brief exchange, and, that's all I remember of it. Like, he has no ill will towards Trey Miguel. This was just Trey Miguel getting whipped in and baited into a conversation with this idiot about the LGBTQ community. It resurfaced, and Warner Brothers was like, nah, we're not going to have him in our company. I'm with you because I'd love to see him back in TNA, get an X Division title run, get a world title run. I think he'll just be fine singles because Trey Miguel is that good. Let his friends do their thing in AEW for the trios title, whatever. But I'm with you. Trey, go back to TNA. Just go back to TNA.
And I literally think that, you know what, giving him that platform by himself will elevate him much more as a star. And you know what? His stock can only rise. His stock can continue to rise because we've seen him in the ring, both as an individual wrestler and as a tag team wrestler. So we know he can work.
I'm going to reference
go the complete opposite way, and you're going to tell me he should go to the NWA.
No. Hell no. That title and that company was tainted after Tyrus.
Brodus Clay in TNA, his name is Tyrus.
I think you know what I think is that Patrick knew what he was getting into, but he didn't know what he was getting into.
Right. So Daniel, your thoughts on Trey Miguel and the whole drama?
What he said is horrible. There's no denying that.
Yeah, it was distasteful.
Now, having said that, I would compare his issue to Zachary Wentz.
Oh, I know.
You know, he acknowledged that he did something horrible, admits his fuck up, and moves forward. Now, I will say this. What happened and what you did in the past does not matter.
Right.
how you move forward is going to determine your career. Tessa Blanchard is on this whole, I don't know why people are still talking about this bullshit.
It had nothing to do with race. Move on, everybody. Come on.
The fact that she's acting like, I don't understand why people are still talking about the wrong way to go.
Wrong way to go.
And, as people, what determines if I give somebody a second chance is if they acknowledge their screw up and how they move forward. If they're like, okay, I did something horrible. I was wrong. And this is what I tell family. Words don't mean anything. Actions do. Raven, there was that issue where they crucified Sandman on ECW TV.
Yep.
Raven has even said in the years since that was wrong. We shouldn't have done it. And he's like, and I can understand why people didn't like that.
Okay.
Which, folks, as an aside, the Raven documentary that is available for purchase on Prime is incredible.
I will definitely check that out.
It's well worth it. This is Scott Levy. This is him. Like he's not playing the character of Raven or Johnny Polo or Johnny Flamingo.
Scotty Flamingo, yeah.
He's him. He's Scott Levy. But no, I think Trey Miguel can come back from this. I think, if he shows the people who he really is and takes the positive steps forward, I think he could have a good career in TNA, WWE, NXT could, pick him up.
Oh,
and hell, would I be shocked if eventually he doesn't go back to TNA or to AEW? Yeah. The thing of it is, it was reported that this was not Tony Khan's call.
This is Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
And my whole thing is, did they already know about this? And that there are other people in the wrestling industry that have done worse.
Oh, I'll give you one better. A lot of people brought this example of Brian Kendrick. Remember Brian Kendrick was supposed to wrestle Moxley, and then the whole conspiracy theory stuff that he said back in 2008 with the Holocaust and all that cost him his debut.
Oh, I got one for you.
Hit me.
About 20-ish years ago, JBL was WWE champion, went to Munich, Germany.
Did the Nazi salute.
And did the Hail Hitler salute.
Yeah, I remember.
Which over there, that's a crime.
Yep.
He could have been arrested.
I know. I remember.
On today's episode of FAFO.
And Vince could have been arrested too for facilitating it.
Yep.
It took their lawyers saying, hey, don't.
Please don't.
And Logan Paul, Japan.
Yeah.
We heard the chants.
We heard him.
Night.
We heard.
There's nothing like a live, WWE crowd. But and going back to the whole thing, I hope Trey learns from this. I hope he takes what happens, uses it as a learning experience, and moves forward.
That's all you can do.
I think so too.
That's all you can do in life is move forward. And speaking of moving forward, that was my 3 topics. So now we will move over to the dead man himself.
No, you could go to DC.
You want me to go to DC next?
Yeah,
Okay.
go to DC first.
All right, Daniel, your 3 topics. Go right ahead.
First and foremost, it is reported that WWE is now going to try and sign Gabe Kidd.
Wow.
People think, oh, well, hey, isn't I thought AEW? He's not signed. I think WWE is. I would expect them to take a more intensive approach to signing talents. You know, they got caught with their pants down with Will Ospreay, losing him. You know, they were so adamant he was going to sign with them. Y'all, did I not say that he was going to end up in AEW?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You did. You were very adamant that he was going to sign with AEW, go with AEW.
But everyone was saying, no, he's going to go WWE. No.
No, he's going
to say he was going to go to WWE, except for that guy over there. That guy right there, he said, man, he's WWE all the way.
WWE all the way.
And so I would expect, and I think I could see him signing. I think they're going to make him an offer. I think realistically, David Finlay is going to end up in WWE. You know, I would not be shocked if they make him a big money deal, because he's still a relatively young guy. And if I'm Triple H and I want to sweeten the pot just a little bit, appeal to his heart. Say, you sign with us. How would you like to induct your father into the Hall of Fame?
Finlay definitely deserves it. I'm actually glad you brought this up, because tonight on NXT they did the Vanity Project against Chase U, and they lost. And Uriah Connors had that look on his face. Like, I'd love to see them put him with his brother.
Oh yeah, like
God, they need to do something with Chase U.
Oh God, they've been losing. They've been doing nothing. They
Here's
lost.
an idea. Who was the guy from Chase U that got released?
Oh, Bodie.
Bring him back.
Yeah.
You know, but not Rich Holland.
No, not at all.
He'll end up in AEW.
Probably. But yes, Bodie.
In all honesty, put Uriah Connors with his brother.
Yeah, because this with Cale Dixon's not really working so hot.
They don't have the chemistry.
They're a good team, but the problem is, it's like, we know the core members of Chase U. The Duke Hudson was even great in that, like Duke Hudson, but like this version is just kind of like, man, okay.
Give us David Finlay and Uriah Connors.
Do it.
Have them managed by their dad.
That would be even sweeter. The Finlay brothers, yep.
And you know, I think that would be, you know, the sweetener to the pot. You know, it's sign with us. We'll let you induct your dad into the Hall of Fame.
Definitely well deserved. If Finlay ever gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, I'd have William Regal induct him.
Here's one for you. Why is Haku not in the Hall of Fame?
That's another great question.
Damn.
Triple H.
Like, they probably beat up Triple H.
So there's that.
Okay. Now, Daniel. God, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was going to say, as you go to your second topic, I will be right back. So, Dan, take it away for your second topic.
So, since it's just us, I think, you know, one of the things I've been hearing is wrestling conspiracy theories, and whether far-fetched or not. One of the theories I had heard is that part of the reason, and again, I think realistically, I think this is BS, is that the reason New Japan kind of disbanded Bullet Club is that they're interested in selling the IP for Bullet Club.
You know what? That's funny, because I heard the exact same thing.
Which, you know, I think realistically, they know that brand still has a lot of power here in the U.S. It's a recognized brand. I would leave it. I would say it's akin to NWO, DX. And I mean, Paul, you remember back in, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s, you could be out shopping and see a wrestling shirt anywhere, like an NWO shirt or a DX shirt.
Hot Topic.
Exactly. So
Hot Topic was one of those places, like even in the early 2000s is Hot Topic, you know, and you walked in there and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you have all the cartoon shirts and whatnot, anime shirts. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, you got WWE, you got New Japan, you got TNA shirts that were also sold there. And it's like, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, you had Kurt Angle, you had all those shirts that were there. I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
So I could see that. I could definitely see that as coming, but Triple H would love to get his hands on that intellectual property.
Yeah, I think they would.
And you think about it, you got the first two of the first three leaders of Bullet Club. Because it went initially with Finn Balor, then it was Carl Anderson, then it was AJ. But I could see it. I think WWE would buy it.
But I also think I think on the other side of that, you can look at AEW and you got Kenny Omega, you got
the Bucks,
you got the Bucks, and what they can do with it. I think that they can run with it more than WWE can. If
exactly.
I'm being honest,
I would agree with that. Easily agree with that. I think part of the issue, at least with WWE getting it, it would get diluted from what Bullet Club was.
And who would you have lead them? Are you going to take Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day and have him start with the Bullet Club? Have him open the Bullet Club? I mean,
what you could do, since one of the rumors is that AJ is going to be done with it by WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What if you have him manage it?
I think that's a pretty fair assumption for them to do it. I mean, if they are going to take in, if they are going to try and go after it, and they are going to try and make it work for their company, I think if anything, I think you have AJ and Finn kind of be the joint of it. I mean, because you're going to do the exact same thing in AEW. That you're going to have Kenny Omega be the lead for it. You're going to have the Bucks in it, but then it's like who are you going to add to it to make it work?
I mean, you've got Juice Robinson, you've got Jay White, but on the WWE end, you got Punk or not Punk. You've got Cody who was in it, which please fuck no.
Well, I mean, who they do have as far as Bullet Club goes. I mean, they got everything going with what they're doing with Jay.
The MFTs.
Yeah. Well, who are they? What the hell's the name of the Jay White's group with Juice Robinson and the Guns?
Bang Bang Gang.
The Bang Bang Gang. Thank you.
Bang Gang.
You have Ace Austin, who we hardly see now, who was a part of that with Chris Bay. But they brought in Ace Austin. You hardly see Ace Austin with the Bang Bang Gang or the Bullet Club stuff. So I mean, hey.
So I don't know if I believe that one. The other story I heard, which I don't think I believe this one, but another conspiracy theory is that the WWE could be getting sold out from TKO. Again, I don't think I believe this one, but I read on one of the dirt sheets that, a certain South African billionaire who we would like to, doge his way out of things. Talking about Elon, that he would want to buy it, which, I mean, could I see it? Yeah. I'll say this. I would much rather see Tony and Shad Khan by WWE.
I would rather anybody over Elon Musk.
I don't see it. I don't see him buying it, which I think, honestly, that was more one of those things that people just thought, hey, clickbait, and then someone else, fucking buys it. I would rather see Mark Cuban buy it.
Yes.
Because the problem is, it's clear who's running the show. And
I need somebody to buy TNA from Anthem because God.
Yeah, we'll get into them very shortly.
Classic.
I'll get to my points, but go ahead, finish up, DC.
Hit me.
We have officially begun the promo work for WWE 2K26. They put out a couple little things, but the leaks, supposedly, according to the leaks, the cover star for this year's game will be CM Punk.
Nice.
Now, it's being reported that we're going to get the dumpster match.
Okay.
The 3 Stages of Hell is supposed to be coming back.
Not the one that Drew and Cody had.
No.
Not the farce that Drew and Cody had.
Nah.
Eh.
It's being said that they're bringing back the stackable tables. Putting tables on top of each other, which cool.
Nice.
So I think it's also being said that there's going to be multiple versions. Like maybe it's going to be faction warfare. They are bringing back the island, which was, the NBA 2K games. They had I think they called it the streets.
Yes.
That was fun.
I've never played an NBA game.
All right. Well, it was good having Dan on this show.
Well, here's what's cool about it. I had to look it up while you were saying it. Now, this actually sounds cool, Dan. So the CM Punk Showcase matchup will be divided into 3 categories. Follow the path of CM Punk to victory.
Yep.
Hypothetical matches that could have taken place if CM Punk had never left WWE in 2014. Dream matches where eras collide in the ring. And the Showcase match predictions, while they're not officially confirmed yet, here are some 4 predictions for possible matches that could be featured. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy from SummerSlam 2009. CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania 26. CM Punk versus Randy Orton from WrestleMania 27. CM Punk and John Cena Money in the Bank 2011. CM Punk and The Rock from Royal Rumble 2013. CM Punk and The Undertaker WrestleMania 29. CM Punk and Brock Lesnar SummerSlam 2013. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Hell in the Cell. Punk and Rollins from Raw. Punk, Roman, and Seth in WrestleMania 41. And CM Punk and Gunther in SummerSlam 2025.
I can see it.
They have a lot of great things to choose from, but I do like the Showcase mode. I think that's going to be cool.
There's talk of maybe them bringing some of the ECW stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard possibly in the hypothetical matches, they might do CM Punk versus Triple H, because the rumored match, had Punk not walked out,
Was
for that year's Mania was CM Punk versus Triple H, which I will say, thank God it didn't. That match didn't happen.
Yeah,
because for that card, for me and Mike, I saw every Mania. I will say that I think that match of the night from WrestleMania 30, at least for me, was Triple H and Bryan Danielson.
Oh, agreed. Him and Daniel Bryan, that opener, it's one of the best openers besides Brett Nolan.
Great match. Still to this day, like one of the last times that we saw that Triple H could go.
But that was no Bryan Danielson and Sheamus.
Oh, Lord. That was originally the plan, yeah, which would have been a dud. And it's actually
that was the Mania 30 plan for him.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Sheamus.
Again?
Yeah, which it's not a dud, but the problem is it's very underwhelming.
When you are handling the 30th anniversary of your biggest show,
yeah,
I would think you would want to pull out all stops.
Yep.
Like one of the conspiracy theories that I heard, which honestly kind of makes sense to me, is that the reason that Vince had Brock break the streak is because that's what he wanted people talking about, and not Bryan Danielson winning the title.
That is definitely a possibility. I mean,
because we all know Vince is a petty bitch.
It's funny to me. I still laugh at the fact that not even that, like the 30th anniversary, I still think go back to WrestleMania 23 when they're in Detroit, and 20 years after Hogan slammed Andre, they wanted to do Hulk Hogan and the Great Khali with Hogan slamming Khali, but instead we got Kane and Khali, which whatever.
No.
Yeah. He wanted to do Hogan and Khali.
But you realize nobody talks about WrestleMania 20, though.
Well, that is very
We don't
true.
talk about that guy. That guy doesn't make sense.
And I was there, and we still don't talk about it.
He who must not be
I
named.
will talk about it because I thought that was a fucking excellent main event.
That was fantastic.
That was a great way to end it.
It
I'm
was.
not talking about what he did. I am talking about specifically the match.
As a
And I
wrestler.
thought that was by far one of the best fucking matches that WWE has put on at a WrestleMania.
The psychology of that match alone
was really good.
like, because you had the story was Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
But then you have that guy.
Yep.
Who he represented all of us who felt like we deserved to be in a certain place, but the people that are already in that place are like, what are you doing here?
You don't belong here.
Yep.
Exactly. That works because people identify with that. Bryan Danielson, that whole yes movement, the reason that worked so fucking well is it resonated with the average Joe who can think, hey, I got somebody in my life. I got a boss. I got a colleague. I got, kids at school.
I think what would have worked for me, and I know that they went away from it and did Lesnar versus Goldberg. I would have loved to have had seen Eddie win it at WrestleMania. I would have loved to have had seen that moment happen at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
That him beating Kurt.
Yeah, no, when instead of him beating Kurt, which is fine, I thought it was a good match, but I thought by far you still could have ended up with Lesnar and Goldberg, but it didn't need to happen at WrestleMania, although Vince was probably having a hard on and stroking himself.
There's a reason why
to the thought of it happening.
There's a reason why it happened with Eddie the way it did. The reason was it was right around that time that Brock told WWE, I am not re-signing. I'm quitting.
Because he couldn't take the travel. There you go.
And there were other issues at hand.
Eddie.
He wanted to go to the NFL.
That too.
Minnesota Vikings say what? You're fired.
I will say this, though. Like you mentioned, the main event, two probably the best triple threats back-to-back. That one and the one at Backlash with that guy getting the reaction he did in Edmonton. Oh, it was perfection. And speaking of perfection, that is Daniel Crimmins' 3 topics. Now, Paul, we move over to you, Mr. Deadman. Your 3 topics.
Well, my 3 topics actually start with one incident that happened, and that happened at the Hardy compound. And fans going fans going to the homes of wrestlers. You just don't do that. You just don't go to some place and start taking pictures and start doing stuff like that unless the people who own the house, like the wrestlers, are like, okay, you're outside of my house. Okay, that's perfectly fine. If they set up like a designated area for them to go to, instead of them running up to the front gate and be like, hey, look, we're at the Hardy compound, like these village idiots over here decided that they wanted to do. But you can go ahead and play it. You can go ahead.
So this part I will mute because this part you hear Jeff Hardy's No More Words theme. So I'll unmute it once we get to Rebby talking.
Somebody here has said this so many times. Nobody likes this. Nobody wants this. Don't do this. Hardy Boys are not going to come outside and talk to you. Actually, they're going to call me every time. They're going to call me and I'm going to fight people and I'm tired of doing it. Would you want to have to be on high alert every single time you stepped outside your front door? Like, oh, is there people here? Like, that's crazy. This is not like we live in Hollywood and there's like bus tours. Like, come see where these famous people. We live in the middle of nowhere. Don't do this. Don't encourage this. Nobody wants this. Don't do this.
100% spot on for Ms. Rebby Hardy.
Okay, now you guys can say what incidents have occurred as far as like fans, the shit that they've done in not only the airports, but to wrestlers themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Daria, the former Sonya Deville, Daria Ray.
Yep.
Dude's in prison.
Yes, he is.
You have Meechin, a.k.a. Mia Yim, and Keith Lee. You had somebody show up at their house multiple times. It happened to Liv Morgan.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley has been mobbed countless times here, there, and everywhere.
They sent something to her house, too, via mail.
And she's
Elena
had to
Black.
beg people, please don't.
Elena
Alexa
Black.
Bliss.
Yep. Cora Jade.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
We can go on and on for every
Here's
single
one for you.
Go for it.
CM Punk.
Ooh, yes.
Recently, I think it was WrestlePalooza weekend.
Mhm.
He and AJ had just gotten back to their room with Larry. You had fans outside their hotel.
Yeah, we played that on the show. That's right.
You know, Cheap Pop #1.
Top number 1 for the RWT podcast.
And you had them asking Punk for an autograph, and he just looks at him like,
and just walks right by.
And then he orders DoorDash.
And they stayed.
They were still there. He looks at them again, just because you see these people on TV, and this isn't just wrestlers, this is actors. This is, musicians, athletes. Just because you see them on TV, you watch their movies, you listen to their music,
you watch them play whatever sport that they play,
you have no right to them outside of that. Here's a story for you. The Korean pop band BTS, when one of their members got released from mandatory military service, his first night home, he had a fan trying to break into his house.
Mm-hmm.
That is your safe space from the world, from all the crap that goes on outside of there. You do not know these people.
Know who recently?
You don't know who they really are.
You know who recently it happened to? It's funny you mentioned that, like in the celebrity world, like that. Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias talked about that, like someone got into his house.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, especially in the United States, you don't know who has firearms. You don't know.
You don't.
They've broken into Shohei Ohtani's house. Yeah. They've broken into Drake's house here in LA. They broke into Chris Brown's house. I mean, aside from that, I mean, you can go back to Selena Gomez. Look at Kevin Owens. Anytime they're in the damn airport, we've seen videos of him with asking Rhea Ripley, "Are you okay?" I'm just doing an interview. Okay, if you need me, I'll be over here.
Rey Mysterio.
And he's like the dad to everybody, and Rey Mysterio too. And he's just like, "I'll be the dad. You know what? I'll just make sure you're okay." And he'll wait for them.
It was like
just to make sure they're okay.
It was like with Tiffany Stratton being accompanied by Soul and the MFTs.
Thank you. You went to my next one that I was going to say. I was just about to say her too.
Do you remember it was? And I still, this is what stuck out with me with the CM Punk pipe bomb promo from back 14 years ago, when he said, "You'll sit there with your souvenir cups and you'll hound me at the airport." Like, these people, you don't know these people. Like, you should not have the female talent. They should not be, living in fear of who's going to show up. Is somebody going to try and kidnap them? Who was it? I believe it was AJ that had that fan with the AI video.
Yeah, that fucking piece of shit.
And she had to say more than once, "This is not okay. Take it down."
Take it down. I even got one better. Maria Kanellis. Like, Maria Kanellis told the story of, like, they were at a house show and a fan came up to her, and out of all the people that you want to piss off, Umaga had to step in and, like, get involved with that. Like, you don't.
He broke character.
Yep. Umaga broke character and went after the guy.
We could even go one further. Remember when Stone Cold was attacked in the fucking ring?
Oh,
yeah, Triple H.
Yeah. And then Triple H and the referee came out and they did all that. It's like, you got fans who are fans. Okay, that's fine that you're a fan, but why do you have to take it to another level? Yes, you see them. You don't need to be at the fucking airport. If you wanna autograph, guess what? Go to their fucking meet and greets and pay like everybody else. because I can guarantee you that a lot of these wrestlers are now going to start having security to where they're just like, and if you want to call them assholes and you want to call them bitches and whatever the hell else you want to call them, fine, because they're not going to start signing shit for you just because you're out there. MJF, Alicia, his wife,
Alicia
was
too.
also stalked.
I would love. I really would love to see somebody try and start some shit with the MFTs.
I know they would not end.
Piss off Tamatonga, see what happens.
You know what? It also.
You know who his father is, right?
Not only that, dude's an Air Force veteran. He doesn't talk about it a lot, but dude knows how to defend himself.
Yeah, because pretty soon you're gonna see Reby come out with a shotgun, telling people to get the fuck off her damn property.
You know what it also reminds me of? I'll do one more. God rest his soul, Bray Wyatt. When Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt were wrestling out that house show, somebody threw something at Roman, and Bray Wyatt was like, he broke character too, and was like, "What the fuck, man?" Like Bray Wyatt was ready to whoop some ass.
What's gonna eventually happen is you're gonna have that fan who's gonna try and, they're gonna go past gates or enter things like that, and something really bad is gonna happen.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you, although Matt's not as vocal about it, Matt's more peaceful with things. You invade where someone's kids sleep. Bets are off.
I think a lot of people don't realize, yes, the Hardy Boys are very civil people, but they can also turn up if they need to.
And they will.
They've
got Senior Benjamin, after all.
Senior Benjamin. Now, Paul, what is your second topic from the Hardy Boys, from House Hardy? Where are we going to next?
Actually, I want to flip. I want to flip because I found another one that I was going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead and flip.
Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, ROH, are actually doing a show together.
Nice.
And it'll be, I believe it is February. Hold on, I'm trying to find it again. God damn it. My damn thing refreshed. But I know I think it's in March. And I know, March 27th, ROH and MLP Global Wars, which will be on a Friday. And it's kind of interesting to the fact that Scott D'Amore and Tony Khan have a relationship together. Aside from a couple of pieces that have gone over to MLP to wrestle. I mean, Athena's gone. I forgot who else is gone, but I know that they've sent people over to MLP, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, they've sent them over to have to challenge, of course, to wrestle. Oh, Josh Alexander was another one from TNA at the time, but we've seen talent from various companies go over there to represent, for themselves, which I think is excellent, and it gives pretty much Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling a kind of a platform to step on. So kudos to Tony Khan and Scott D'Amore for putting this all together.
So I'm looking at this now on the Maple Leaf website. So we have Ricochet is going to be there, the Good Brothers, Kaito Kikumiya from Pro Wrestling Noah, Daisuke Sasaki from DDT Pro, Mascara Dorada, CMLL, Barbaro Covanario from CMLL, and Bishop Dyer, aka Baron Corbin.
Yes, so you're going to have a lot of representation from a lot of wrestlers from different companies. So kudos kudos for Scott and Tony Khan for actually putting this together.
Now I'm curious, since you flipped, what would be your third and final topic?
I believe I was going to speak about. Were we going to wait? Hold on, before I get there. Okay. Was TNA going to be was the premiere going to be the main topic?
So for the main topic, we have TNA, and obviously, folks, I can't play the WWE thing with the interview with Pete Rosenberg because of copyright, but we'll talk about it. I figured we touch upon Unreal, a little bit of what we saw, the Triple H interview, TNA, and Saturday Night's Main Event.
I forgot what the hell my third topic was. I really, really did. But anyways, we can go to the main topic. Sorry, my bad. I know what I'll probably get it back into my head in about an hour.
Okay, so let's go to TNA.
I'll blame Dan for this because he got me high way before I even got on this broadcast. So I was having contact high through our camera, so don't worry.
Hey,
look, I'm 50 now, so now I get brain farts. Don't mind me.
Happy birthday, old man.
50.
Hey, did you get that AARP card in the mail yet?
You know what? Yes, I did. You want me to show it to you? I will show it to you right now. I did.
I was kidding.
We were kidding, and he's got it on him.
You thought I was joking. AARP, bitch. I am officially old as fuck.
Hey Paul, when's the nursing home coming to pick you up?
Hey, you know what, Dan? Fuck you.
So that's 1 o'clock?
Okay, so my third subject is I do remember what it was. I actually wanted to wish my wife a very happy birthday because her birthday is tomorrow. I know we are recording tonight on a Tuesday, so I want to wish my beautiful wife a very happy birthday. Yes, I ate the donuts. Yes, I know she brought them on her last show, and she isn't bringing me anything right now because she's feeling under the weather, but happy birthday, my love, and I love you.
Happy birthday, Paul's wife.
Yeah, bring her donuts now.
Yeah, bring your donuts.
Look, I'm taking her out to dinner tomorrow, so that'll be the part one of our gifts. So at least her feeling under the weather is kind of like that.
Well, we hope you feel better, Paul's wife.
Yes, I hope you feel better, my love.
Okay, so you know what? That's a great third topic. First of all, you can't beat that another third topic than that. We love you, Paul.
All right, well, show's over. All right, well, let me tell you, I'm the Dead Man of RWT. You can find me on all my social media platforms. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Pornhub.
No, that's him.
That's me.
That's him. Okay, anyways, on to our main topics.
Okay,
Mr. Michael Larkin.
Anyway,
on to our main topics.
So we'll start with our main topics. So we'll go to TNA first. Man, that AMC debut. It was, I thought, like Dan, it was a solid show, but oh man. Let's talk about the viewership first because the viewership did come out. So according to PW Torch, TNA Impact's debut on AMC drew 173,000 viewers, a significant increase compared to its typical 80,000 viewership on Access TV. With AMC reaching roughly twice as many homes, the show nearly doubled its audience. The episode recorded a 0.04 rating in the key 18 to 49 demographic. So, with this show, a lot of people talked about, of course, as you see in the photo, Mike Santana defeated Frankie Kazarian to win back the TNA World's Heavyweight Championship. That was a plus. One of the minuses that everybody talked about was AJZ from OVW is Mr. Elegance, and you had Perez Hilton out of Mothballs with the Elegance brand, and that whole reveal was just dog shit. You saw the debut of Daria Ray, the former Sonya Deville, and her old Authority character like we saw with her and Adam Pearce back in the day. We saw the debut of Elena Black, the former Cora Jade. There was a lot on this show that we have to get into. So, Dan, I'll actually start with you on this one. Your thoughts on the AMC show in itself and the viewership numbers that it entailed.
I will say I did get a kick out of their attempted celebrity appearances.
Yeah.
Like I get it's
They have
AMC.
people out there from AMC shows
that nobody's ever heard of.
Well, actually, there were a couple people that I was familiar with.
Okay, hit me.
They mentioned Zan McLarnon.
Yeah.
Who from the show Dark Winds. If you've ever seen the movie Dr. Sleep.
Good show. It is a good show, I have to admit.
If you've ever seen the movie Dr. Sleep, which was a sequel to The Shining.
Yeah. He
was in that.
Okay.
See who else we got. They listed a Kiowa Gordon, also from Dark Winds.
Okay.
He appeared in a couple of the Twilight movies. That's all. all he's ever really done.
What was his character in Twilight?
You're making me do the internet.
Yes.
But here's what got me though, is as far as like everything that happened.
Okay.
It just seemed like you could tell the value of the production that Anthem was willing to go through, because it wasn't a lot. And I don't blame the wrestlers. I don't blame them. I don't blame anybody as far as like staff there. Yeah. I blame Anthem. Anthem had this opportunity to basically put themselves in a different bracket. They literally had to put themselves in that upper echelon and use that platform that they had with WWE and to propel themselves into that upper tier of being like an AEW and WWE. They had every opportunity to go out there and increase production value, the money that they put into their production, and make it look like as if it was like this fantastic product. You can't go back to what they did in 2006, 2007, you know, that in the Impact Zone. You know, you can't go back to that. But I mean, there could have been more lighting. There could have been more communication that just seemed like it broke down. Like, we could talk about what happened after the show that should have been on the show.
Yep. Go ahead, hit it.
We could talk about specifically after the show went off the air, we ended up with this whole big old promo where Santino came out and Daria came out and Nick Nemeth said that they were gonna make the match for Genesis. Yep. And Frankie Kazarian was gonna get his rematch that night or on Saturday, last Saturday. Yeah. Which he did. He ended up getting the rematch. And then Nick Nemeth was going to be the special guest referee. That should have been on the show. That they wasted so much time and so much effort to have this show, that one of the key components for the main event, you left off of the damn show.
So many people didn't see it.
No.
And a lot of people didn't see it. And again, this is the problem with that WWE had at one point in time. AEW had at one point in time, where they lapse like the amount of time that you're given. Understand, you're given 2 hours for this show. Learn how to work with the time that you have. And again, I go back to Anthem not giving them enough to work with. You know, that production, the production team sucked. I can literally tell you that. Oh. The production team sucked.
I gotta add
that opening. Oh my God, that was so like 1980s too close for comfort kind of bullshit.
I gotta bring this up. Here's what pissed me off. I noticed it during the Iconics against the Elegance brand, and a lot of it, like even during the match, they went to commercial, which pissed me off. It's like you're in the match and then they go to commercial. Like in the middle of a match, just random ass going to commercial. Like there were so many to go on to what Paul said, the production value, and also for the fact that what also kind of pissed me off is because you had like Mara Sade and friggin' Ryan Nemeth doing that ridiculous segment with the celebrities that made no sense. We mentioned Perez Hilton with the Elegance brand and that whole thing, but the whole thing was just AJ Styles was great to hype it up, but yeah, they need better production. And they aired an old-ass commercial, the car insurance one with LA Knight, Eli Drake at the time, and Ric Flair. Like, out of all the commercials that you add to that, remember that old commercial with friggin' LA Drake? Like, they added that to it, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, what the hell are we doing? It was commercials where there didn't need to be commercials, and it was ridiculous.
I think they need to go away from... This is just my thought, and WWE and AEW do the exact same thing. If you know you have a time allowed between the time that the entrance happens and then you have between commercials, you don't need a backstage segment. You can have that as your lead in from a commercial.
Right.
I am so tired of having pauses in between matches of fucking commercials. I want to watch the whole fucking match and not watch half of it be on a fucking commercial. And I hate that fucking Netflix does it. I hate that that USA does it. I hate that TBS and TNT both fucking do it now. It is so fucking annoying. And the CW.
You know who else does it? Tubi.
Oh my God. Yeah, but a lot of that is taped so we can get the full match.
Yeah.
But still, I don't want to watch a picture-in-picture. I want to watch the fucking match. I want to know that I'm invested in the damn match. And then you have like people who have VPNs. And a shout out to fucking to the girl, to one of our favorite people, fucking Denise Salcedo. She loves when she does her streams for Raw and SmackDown. You know, she has her VPN going, so she gets to continue on. I mean, and if you're gonna, I mean, unless you're gonna get a VPN and watch it from another country, I mean, I just think that it's horrible that we as consumers have to wait for a fucking commercial to finish watching a damn match. Why do I get 3 minutes of the match, a commercial that's like fucking 5 minutes, and then I only get like 3 or 4 minutes of the end of the match?
Yeah, like
they were still going through the damn commercial.
Yeah, and they cut out a lot from the Iconics inspiration and by Elegance thing. Like I missed like half of that match because of the damn commercial.
I'm sorry, we're ranting.
No, you're fine. Dan, your thoughts on the show and
everything? Dan's gonna rant too.
All right, Mike Santana winning the title and all the bullshittery.
Mike Santana winning the title was absolutely the right call. The main event was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
First hour, pretty good.
Yeah.
Second hour, drizzling shits.
Yep.
Now they did have the visa issues, which you knew how important this night was. Why didn't you have all this shit worked out to begin with?
Agreed.
Anthem Sports.
Anthem. It's all Anthem.
Like, can we just get somebody to fucking buy TNA already? Like,
yes, hey, look, Tony Khan, I would much rather you have them and it continue to be a separate show and it continue to keep thriving like it does. If not, fucking TKO, please fucking buy them already, because Anthem is doing dog shit with them. Dog shit.
So I got to ask, with the dog shit side of things, the only other thing I want to mention with TNA, because it was very uneventful, a lot of it. The 2 debuts we mentioned, your guys' thoughts on Daria Ray, Sonya Deville, and Elena Black.
I would much rather see Daria Ray in the ring because Homegirl can go.
And I think one of the reasons also they brought her in because she did commentary for Invicta, and Invicta and Access and TNA have that relationship at the time. And I think her in the authority role is very cool. And Elena Black, everybody's trashing on her because it's like, what about the OnlyFans? How about you were taking a break from professional wrestling? What the hell happened? You guys want to comment on Daria and Elena Black? I know you said good for her. Dan,
look,
what do you?
If Elena is going to continue to do her OnlyFans, hey, kudos, make your money, do what you have to do. Yeah, according to Fightful, according to Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful, Daria is there for 6 months. She signed a 6-month contract, so we will come back to this come the end of June, beginning of July to see if she's still there.
And it's Elena.
I hate that she's an authority figure.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that you bring these people in and then you stick them in nonsense. Elena hasn't done anything since WWE and NXT, and then she got up to the main roster and then didn't do anything.
Right.
So unless she's going to come out and start wowing people in the ring, which I think she should have attacked somebody. Right. I think she should have made her mark and started beating the shit out of somebody just to make her mark and make a statement. But she did it. And Daria being a mouthpiece, I fucking hate it. I really, really, truly fucking hate it.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm glad you brought it up in this ridiculousness. Remember in 2014 when they brought in MVP as like the director of authority and he had the Wolves by his side and they did that thing for a little bit? It reminds me of when they brought in MVP as an authority figure before he started wrestling. That's really kind of what it reminds me of. Kind of equivalent to that.
I think they had every opportunity to hit the reset button on this premiere and do something so spectacular and wowing to a crowd. And yes, you didn't need to have Leon Slater there, although that would have been nice and spectacular. But man, you had every opportunity to wow a new audience that watch AMC for all the movies, all the shows that they have, and you didn't do it. You failed to do it. No. And if they had an audience in the beginning of the show, I think they probably all fucking went away after the first half hour or 15 minutes. You lost them.
Now, as far as losing, I mean, Triple H with this Unreal and stuff, I think you're going to see a lot of people losing this crap. All right. So before we talk about Saturday night's main event, we will definitely touch upon this. So can't play the clip, but I'll put a little image here of what we're going to talk about. Triple H was interviewed by Peter Rosenberg, and the part of the interview that everybody's talking about is Triple H said, and I quote, "This will sound offensive. I wish I could tell people, fuck off being a critic, be a fan." So that was Triple H to Peter Rosenberg. And I will let Dan start on this because I see your face. Dan, your thoughts on Triple H on Peter Rosenberg?
Yeah, Dan, you're a critic.
Yeah.
You know, I think how it can be nice here.
No.
You know, no. I give one Anthony Khan a lot of shit for, you know. Yeah, come to I'll pay you.
I love you all.
Come
to my company.
I'll
pay you.
No, I won't. This is a guy, you know, who is basically what he's saying is, hey, I don't give a shit how good or bad my fucking product is. Just watch it.
Just watch the shit.
Like, here's the thing. You're acting like Vince McMahon. You're just saying this shit out loud.
Right.
You know, he's basically not saying, I'm not insulting your intelligence. I'm just saying you don't have any.
Mm.
But you get people that will defend it either way. They'll just be like, oh, hey, this is great. I'll be honest. I'm fucking worried about Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. This is normally one of the most exciting times for WWE. You know, you think, okay, who's going to show up in the Rumble? What's going to happen? What's this?
I'm very meh about the Royal Rumble, to be honest.
I mean, I'm going to say right here on this show, I'm calling it now. Saraya's coming back.
I see Saraya definitely coming back, yes.
And I think somebody's going to break down some walls in the men's Rumble.
I agree with that, too. But, I mean, we'll do our predictions for that next week. But it's one of those things, too, where I look at his comment and I'm just like, first of all, we are fans. We're not critics, but we can tell stuff that we do like.
We pay your goddamn salary, Paul Levesque.
We tell you what we like and we don't like. Like, I can admit when something's shit in any wrestling brand, I can tell you something that I like. And we mentioned at the beginning of the show with the women's and how they have their championships now and the contenders. Like, we notice this stuff. I can tell you shit that I think fucking sucks. Like, a lot of people don't like a lot of the stuff that you're doing right now with WrestleMania season. Now, I do have interest with Gunther and AJ Styles for the Royal Rumble. Is AJ going to retire, which I think would be in a way kind of apropos. He debuted at the Royal Rumble, him losing and retiring at the Royal Rumble, putting his boots in the ring. I hate the fact that it would be in Saudi Arabia, but I could definitely see it to elevate Gunther even more with this career killer gimmick. But, like, that's really all that I'm kind of invested in right now. We mentioned Punk and Balor had a great match. There's good stuff. But it's like you have to give us this great ride into WrestleMania season that makes us go, ooh, ah. And right now I'm like, okay, let's see where we go. It can't be as bad as last year, but we shall see. Now, Paul, your thoughts.
You just jinxed it.
I know, I'm sorry. Your thoughts on this whole Mania season and what Triple H had to say about don't be a critic, be a fan.
you know what? Let's put this out into the universe, because I hope Triple H leaves WWE. I really, really, truly do, because what he's doing, yes, I know that he wants to try and recreate something on the main roster that he did in NXT. I get that part, but we all know that he's not doing the job he did 2 years ago.
No.
Last year was dog shit. I am sorry. You could say I'm a mark. You could say I'm the worst fucking critic. I don't care.
It was dog shit.
Because it was dog shit. I'm sorry. Tony Khan deserved being Booker of the Year. And we can sit here and argue face to face if you want to. I would have no problem doing it. But I will tell you why Tony Khan is a better booker than Triple H. Because we know what we are going to get for every single fucking pay-per-view that AEW
does.
Is that we know we are going to get people to go out. We know that those wrestlers are going to go out there and kick each other's asses and enjoy and give everybody their fucking money's worth.
Uh-huh.
Every fucking time. I don't care that it's fucking 6-7 hours. I don't. I would much rather sit through 6-7 hours. That 6-7.
6-7.
I would much rather sit through 7 hours of fucking wrestling,
right,
than to sit through 3.5 hours of bullshit with WWE and their PLEs that a majority of the time are fucking commercials.
Yeah.
Are fucking advertisements.
And the 5 matches, yeah.
People are paying money to these streaming services, and all we're getting are fucking advertisements. Every fucking match. I don't give a shit if it's fucking Riyadh season. I don't give a shit.
Thank you.
I absolutely do not give a shit that it's fucking Riyadh season. I don't go to fucking Saudi Arabia. I don't fucking go to the Middle East. I don't give a damn. I don't.
Thank you.
And ain't nobody fucking watching care about fucking Riyadh season.
You know how pissed I got watching the Rumble thing, and then here's Randy Orton. It's Riyadh season. I'm like, shut up, Randy.
Ain't nobody give a shit. Look, you're going over there. You're taking the fucking money. Fine, go ahead. By all means necessary.
Like the
go right the fuck ahead and go take your fucking money.
It's like the commercial with KSI and fucking I Show Speed all the time. I'm like, I don't care. It's Riyadh season.
I don't care. None of us fucking care.
I know.
We're not going to fucking spend our money to fucking go there. So stop fucking advertising it.
We're not flying to Saudi.
I'm sorry. We're not fucking billionaires and millionaires. We're not going to fucking fly there. Go ask Denise. Go ask fucking Alex. Go ask fucking Wheezy. Go ask fucking Conman. Go ask fucking Santi. Go ask fucking Mini Portable. Go ask any of the fucking content creators. Are you going to fucking go to Saudi Arabia to go watch WrestleMania? Hell to the fuck no, they ain't.
Let's, if I may, because I think I need to add in my 2 cents to this fucking horse shit right here.
I'm angry, by the way. You can tell I'm angry.
Really?
Fuck this shit.
What average American citizen has the fucking disposable income to, one, be able to afford tickets to fly from any major area? Because here's the thing, people. Not every major airport's going to fly to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, or Jeddah, or wherever.
No.
You're most likely going to need to go to, like, LAX, JFK, maybe LaGuardia. You'll have other airports as well, but to have that long of a flight, you're going to need a major hub.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so you got flights aside. Hotels.
Yep.
The
food
tickets themselves, food. You're also saying, oh, yeah, Americans are going to. A lot of the world doesn't like us right now.
I mean, dare I even say the UK? You saw that. Vanessa Williams, not save the best for last, Vanessa Williams, the other Vanessa Williams, was singing the Star Spangled Banner at the O2 Arena for the Memphis Grizzlies Orlando Magic game. And somebody yells out, friggin' leave Greenland alone. And they got the big round of applause, not her.
And the problem is that they still, I honestly think Americans are going to go.
Yeah, they do. Riyadh season, baby.
Don't get me started again.
Here's an idea. How about you give New Orleans the WrestleMania that they were fucking promised 5 years ago?
The UK. Anybody?
Michael C. Larkin, don't get me fucking started again.
Of all international,
I will government name you. Don't get me fucking started again.
Okay, Michael Chuck Larkin.
Michael Chuck, thank you.
Michael Calvin fucking Larkin. There you go.
To London. You could have done Germany. You could have done
Paris. You could have done France. You could have done fucking Ireland.
You could have gone to America,
Australia,
Canada, or Mexico.
But no, you wanted to fucking satisfy fucking
blood money.
Pumpkin fucking clowns, blood fucking money. Friends in Saudi Arabia. And you wanted to make sure that the first place that got a fucking WrestleMania that was, well, not really overseas, I guess.
I would have taken.
Yeah, it was. It'll be the first WrestleMania overseas.
Out of North America, yeah.
Out of North America. The very first one that's out of North America, you decide to rub fucking Dick Stain's fucking nuts and say, hey, guess what? Our friends over here who paid us fucking billions of fucking money for billions of dollars to have their advertisements on our shit.
Yep.
Fuck Riyadh season. Ain't nobody give a damn about Riyadh season. And you fucking put it there.
And fuck the whole
thing. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody in the fucking America is gonna fucking fly there unless you're a fucking millionaire or a fucking billionaire. Ain't no content creators, ain't no fucking content creators, and ain't no other fucking wrestling companies gonna fucking fly over there. And if you are having other fucking companies there, you better hope to God that they got their fucking passports. Because if not, here, I'm gonna put this out into the fucking universe. Dear Tony Khan.
Yep.
I want All In or All Out,
one of them,
the same fucking weekend as WrestleMania. I want it. We want it.
We are people.
Fans here in America want it here. So you have the platform. I don't give a shit what event you have that fucking weekend. I don't care if you do All Out and All In the same fucking weekend. I don't care if you do an All Out 2-night fucking All Out or All In. I don't care. I want on a fucking event to be the same day as fucking WrestleMania.
Here's what you do. WrestleMania is probably what, April, right? I think.
April, yeah.
Forbidden Door, make it a 2-night show.
There you go.
And here's why. Mike, our time, the Saudi shows usually run from like what, about 11 to 4 ish our time.
Yeah, usually our time it's like noon to like 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, because the Australia ones was like at 5, like 4 or 5 a.m. for me.
Having said that part, say the Mania in Saudi ends we'll say 4:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
I say 5:30 Eastern time pre-show for World's End. You do it both nights.
Me Forbidden Door.
Or Forbidden Door.
Whatever the fuck.
Look, any of their fucking shows. I don't care. Tony Khan, you have your assignment come April.
And here's another thing. How many companies out there have been burned by WWE?
A lot.
A lot of them.
You reach out to them and you say, hey, there's money to be made here.
I will even say this to even go with that. I was joking. Like, first of all, that was a great rant, Paul, and both of you. But my thing, too, is, like, I would even take it like you did it in 05 with New Year's Revolution. I will take a WrestleMania in Puerto Rico. over any of that. Like WrestleMania in Puerto Rico, I will even take that fucking.
We're already going to get fucking backlash back in Puerto Rico. So
Okay, well, never mind then. I'm saying. But still, like WrestleMania in Puerto Rico, I will take. Anywhere but fucking Riyadh season. We don't care about Riyadh season. We'll move on.
Even the White House?
Oh, fucking goddamn it with the fucking.
Look, stop fucking putting that into the damn universe.
Oh, no, because you know he'll do it. You know he'll do it. Oh, speaking of.
Oh, it's your best friend. I really want the WrestleMania to be at the White House. It would do great numbers.
What? Hey, fuck it. Go for it.
Hot damn. Okay.
No, here's what you do. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm reaching out to any company that's ever been burned by WWE.
Look, I don't care. I don't care if you get fucking Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Hell, I don't care if you get the NWA. Hell, I don't care if you fucking do it ROH, Pro Wrestling Noah. I don't care if you bring in New Japan. I don't care if you bring in Stardom. I don't care if you bring in CMLL. I just want a fucking show, Forbidden Door, 8 fucking companies in one fucking weekend. Give us, the United States fans, what we fucking deserve. A fucking show that all of us can fucking enjoy for 6-7 fucking hours. 6-7.
I'll be honest, the best show, and Dan mentioned it a couple nights ago before we get into our last 2 topics, the best show that they have ran that really gave us a lot of quality wrestling was AAA. Like the AAA show was friggin' Triple Mania, all that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Give us more stuff like that, please.
Like all the AAA shows they've had
have been excellent.
Have all been solid.
They've been great. Oh, there's one that we have to mention. Speaking of that, Vikingo, you can go fuck yourself.
I will say this: he's been doing this enough. He knew what he was doing.
Oh, and friggin' Grande Americanos are like, get the fuck off my fucking neck, asshole.
And then yelling at the rap to tell him to watch my fucking neck, asshole.
That fucking Vikingo. Can we
in English?
Also, who's back there that could get
and in Spanish?
Yes. Who's
and
there?
He called him a pinche cabrón.
Who's there?
And who was it? JBL that said, "Oh, something's lost in translation."
Yep. Who's going to give him an ass chewing for that? The Undertaker, Conan, somebody back there, Pete Dunne,
Somebody's going to.
What happened there? Because like that shit looked personal.
Yeah, I don't know. That Vikingo can really literally fuck off. Like for real. Like he could go.
I have no idea what happened. I don't know if he's taking offense to
the character,
to Ludwig. Oh, I'm sorry, El Grande Americano. I'm sorry, but I don't know if he took offense to him calling him names in Spanish. You know,
WWE.
I don't know, but at this point, it's just going to be very, 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 very tough for Vikingo for going forward because people are going to be very, very upset with him.
Speaking of very, very upset, that brings.
And you don't want to make Mark mad.
No, you don't. But speaking of people that made us mad, we're going back to Hunter and Road Dogg. So we have to mention this clip from Unreal that came out. Yeah,
fuck the both of them.
Thank you. So I have to mention the clip that came out. R-Truth, apparently they were talking about, he was never fired, he was never released. And the fact that the matter is, Road Dogg said, it was a perfect business decision because of R-Truth's age about, not renewing his contract. It broke his heart, but it made perfect business sense. R-Truth. And you literally saw R-Truth cry because he was hurt. He took it as if he was. Isn't
this the same guy that came back in his 50s and was handed a WWE Tag Team title reign?
Oh, in 2014 with Billy, yes.
Didn't Correct. That happen?
That did happen.
I believe it happened.
That did happen.
Call me crazy.
You talked about business decisions.
Yes.
What stars are you creating on SmackDown that weren't already established stars?
True.
You're the guy who said that he doesn't understand Chelsea Green.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that's gotten over organically with the fans.
This is the same road dog who wanted Big E to beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in 2019, and it shouldn't have been Kofi. Yeah, same road dog.
It's you know what? It doesn't matter. Fucking Vince fucked them both over, so it don't matter.
I know, but yeah, that literally made me mad.
You know what? Shout out to our friend, our good friend Robert Davis, because he said Triple H and Road Dogg are so full of shit.
Yeah, no, shout out to Rob. Rob is absolutely correct. I saw that post.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. I saw the post on RWT. Check out the Raw Wrestling Talk Facebook, G-Pop number 2, and go and become a member because you get to see great people like us. And Robert
Link below.
Link below. Finally, they not get our blood boiling even more, and Paul literally yell into his microphone, which was awesome.
I'm sorry.
No,
my apologies. My apologies to anybody that I offended, and to anybody I offended, go fuck yourself.
There you go.
And if Paul did not offend you, sit down, hang tight. We'll get to you at some point.
Yep.
Don't worry, I got ammunition.
You will not be spared.
We are equal opportunist offenders.
So, Saturday night's main event is this Saturday, hence the title. There are 3 matches announced. We have Rio versus the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez for the women's tag team championships, and a one-on-one match, Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu, and the fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. It is Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, and Sami Zayn. So those are the 3 matches we have at Saturday night's main event. What are your guys' thoughts?
So I'm gonna start off with the number 1 contenders match.
Yep.
Sami Zayn.
That's my pick as well.
Not only that, I'm gonna make this prediction right here, right now.
Yes.
By the time the Royal Rumble ends,
yes,
Sami Zayn will be your WWE champion.
I like it just because of the fact that he's never beaten Drew, and him finally beating Drew.
And where does the Royal Rumble take place again?
Saudi Arabia.
Bingo.
I like that.
I will say Cody versus Jacob. Jacob needs this.
I definitely see Jacob winning. It doesn't hurt Cody at all.
Not at all. Cody's a bona fide star at this point. As far as the women's tag titles, I think Rio, like Rhea, Io, not, former AEW women's champion Rio.
Not that Rio.
I think Rhea and Io win, and I think this is going to probably further start the demise of the Judgment Day. Yeah. I don't think Liv and Roxanne win, and honestly, I think Liv needs to be the one to take the pin.
Okay, I like that. Now, Paul, your thoughts on the 3 matches?
I am going to agree with you guys, and I think it's going to be Sami.
Yeah.
I think because it's in Saudi Arabia, I think it makes the most sense for it to be Sami and Drew. And I do agree that Sami will be the one to win the WWE Championship. And for what it's worth, I don't want it to happen, but somehow I think this is going to be a very short reign for him
Sami.
With Sami.
Okay.
Because unfortunately what the plans seem to be running towards is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes number 3 at WrestleMania. And as much as a lot of people don't fucking like it, I personally don't like it. I don't think it needs to happen right now. I think it could happen down the road. It doesn't need to happen right now, but I just don't want to think of the thought of Sami having a short reign, which I think will probably last to at least Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And then somebody is going to fucking take it off of him. I don't know who yet. I don't know. I don't know because I don't.
Would be nice. No,
I think it's going to be Cody, and I hate to say it. And I think the one I will get to our predictions we'll get to our predictions next week. But I will give you my list of 5 people who I think are going to win the Royal Rumble. 5 men that are going to win, and then 5 women who are going to win. We'll get into that next week.
To add on to your point, I did hear that. I did also hear that there is talk of having Cody turn heel and having Roman as the face, Cody being the heel this time.
Yeah. I mean, Cody being a heel is long overdue. I think it's time.
He needs that refresher.
And Paul, who do you think? Cody and Jacob, and who do you think?
I think it's going to be a double disqualification. I think they're just going to. I think it's just going to end that way because it saves them both. It doesn't make any sense to have one win and one lose. You know, I just think it'll probably be like a double disqualification, and they're both beating the shit out of each other all the way up the aisle, and because it makes more sense to do it that way. Because if you're going to have them in the Royal Rumble, it makes more sense for them to have the heat in the Royal Rumble and continued heat.
And the women's tag team title match.
I don't want it to be a short reign. I really, really don't. I want to say live and Roxanne. I want to say Liv and Roxanne win, and I think it's Raquel that costs the titles to Riho. Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Either way, it's going to be a very eventful Saturday night's main event, and you could just not really. I'm trying.
I at least want that main event of it to be something spectacular that people are like, whoa, wow, I wanted to watch that.
And can we add one little fact?
Sure. I think Trick Williams is definitely on the show. No, go ahead.
People, stop listening to the fucking dirt sheets. There were reports that Trick Williams was being sent back to NXT.
Yeah, what the fuck? Hello.
Ding dong. Hello. You dummy.
You dummies. You idiot.
Big dummy.
You big dummy. Well, we'll tell you who's not dummies. Got.
It's just, I find that as time is going on, being a WWE fan is getting harder and harder. You know,
it's a chore. It is. It's a chore. Well, hopefully that we can have a good year. I'm hoping. I'm trying to be optimistic here, but with the way we're going right now,
at least we got AAA. That just turned out to be pretty good.
AAA has been very good. But what else is very good is this fine program, which we'll be back next week for the RWT podcast.
Cheap Pop number 3.
Cheap Pop number 3. And talking the Royal Rumble and all that goodness. So before we close this out, Daniel Crimmins, where can we follow you on the socials and what you got cooking?
I got a couple episodes of The Pundit that are in the editing stage. I'm actually going to try my hand at some editing, see if that works. Instead of just letting her rip potato chip.
Yep.
Mike and I, we did the Uncaged, our new season, where we discussed the kind of in-between period between NXT 2.0 and NXT Black and Silver.
Black and Gold 2.0.
Black and yellow.
Who would have thought that HBK would be as good of a booker as he is?
No. Well, yeah. But I'm just saying he's got.
But as the NXT shows are consistently good.
Yeah, because Sean knows.
Not like we're the main roster. We might have like a good week here or there. So we discussed that. You can see the link down below. That's going to be Cheap Hop like number 4. Not sure what we got cooking with the TSK stuff. Not really sure what the next thing is.
Yeah.
Michael, we have another show coming up for our lovely podcast. What is our next topic?
So our next topic on Caged is the life and times of one Bro Keen, Matt Hardy.
Which is relevant after today's show.
Yes, it is. So that will be coming up. And Dan, as we did you, and all the links for Dan will be in the description. Paul, where can we follow you on the socials? What you got cooking?
Oh, the name right there is the Dead Man of RWT. You can find me pretty much anywhere right about now. But you could also find all the links to my name and if you go into my Twitter bio, but it might actually be down below. So you can find the links to every single one of my platforms and whatnots and doodads, and except for my Pornhub because only Michael on that side has one. So, but anyways, Mr. Michael Larkin, my brother from another mother, where can we find you, young son?
Well, since this has become a staple on other shows, like the Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling, I do this with love and I do this with joy because he's our boy. But I have to do this just because. Put out the shows, Mo. All right, I'm done. So if you want to check out myself and all the great people here on the social medias, it is SMN Network shows. Speaking of Mo, our Wrestling Roundtable will definitely be coming back this year. We did 2 great episodes. We're going to definitely have more in the tank this year for that. Those have always been fun.
And if Mo ain't there, fuck him.
And we also got the RWT podcast each and every week with myself, Paul Morales, and Daniel Crimmins. We have 6 seasons of Uncaged, like we just mentioned with Dan and I. We got Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling with myself, Nicola McDonald, and Robert Davis. Our latest episodes are out. The latest episodes we did were 2 watch-alongs. We did for John Cena versus Kevin Federline from Raw 2007 and Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight from Royal Rumble. Yeah.
So Mike admitted that Cena K-Fed match. That was your call, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. So we also did the Steve and Mike show. Steve and I talked a lot of great topics, and we also have pop culture, the LFC podcast, and so much more. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Larkin_92 and I'm LarkinMB, and the Twitter front is SM Show 1 or MCL92. Everyone's links will be in the description. Subscribe to SNM Network shows on YouTube, and y'all, that is a wrap. Rat-tat-tat, if you will. For Daniel Crimmins, my name is Mike Larkin. For the Dead Man of RWT, Paul Morales, and his yelling. It's not Riyadh season, but this is the RWT podcast, and we are out.